Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. We have one more side quest, die, robot, die, and then we shall be on to the main quest of this area. There are so many side quests and my brain is telling me that I need to do all of them. So a little bit of a monotony, but it could be worse. In the last episode we managed to recruit the vicar into our little posse here, and we also had a little adventure revolving around getting some digits for the constable? That sounds mysteriously like a robot. Auto-mechanical scout.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Hit the blue bit in the middle is the weak... Ah, moved. You do me a favour, mate. Turn around. No. No, you're not going to turn around for me? Oh, no. Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more. Hey! Oh. That was easy. Okay, so apparently we leveled up. I kind of want to get my dialogue up a bit more. But let's... I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to get these 5 and then 5 in here as well. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. I'd like to get these both to 50 and then from that we will specifically put into Persuade, Lie or Intimidate or long guns, heavy weapons or handguns. Because I'd like to be equally as good with handguns and rifles, even though I do use the rifles more than anything else. I've just realised that my character has his beard is completely the wrong colour. Oh well. Perks. We can get ourselves another perk. Deadly Demonstrations, Traveller. Quick and the Dead. Plus 50% tactical time dilation recharge rate. Wow, that's amazing. Let's go for that. I used tactical time dilation all the damn time, so that's definitely worthwhile. Looks so damn cool. So damn cool. Game just has amazing graphics in it. Runs really well as well. Like, this is one of the few games that I can record at like the ultra settings. Normally with recording software it kind of tanks your PC and uses up all the processing power, but this one's running really well.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs?
Yeah, something like that.
Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I'll let you know if I find
On the
it.
double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Well, hang on a minute. You said it's been there for years. So surely if it's been there for years, it'll be there for years more. Unless we're incredibly unlucky. Edgewater. Slices, dices, cauterized. The plasma cutter. The adverts are really cool as well. Right, so we're going into the cantina.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna power. You're not a big
Howdy.
drinker, are you?
You read the latest report?
Not a big drinker. Not really. Never quite seen the point in alcohol, really. Okay, we found a secret weapon. That was an easy one.
We can have another zero.
If I left through the wrong door again. God damn it. If I just use the other door instead of just blindly following the markers, I'd be able to get there a lot quicker. Oh well. Gives us a chance to admire the scenery, right? I didn't think that was gonna break my legs. Did anyway. Hey, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Sounds like fun.
Fun? This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about that. I've already got the passcode from
I've been
Reed.
after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Okay. He gave me a thing. Get out of the... There we go. Modifications. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install, scope, armor plating, etc. Finally pick the mod to install and boom, you've upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them in your favorite gear. Okay. Mag to power. Damage type plasma. Mag to zap. Damage type shock. Well, he gave me the shock one, so let's put it on there. Worst case scenario, we'll just take it off. Let's repair it as well, because my gun's looking mighty broken. Old white repair all equipped. Yes. Can I modify this? Oh, armoring, no. Oh, we do. This is how we do it. Okay. So tech kit, we can put silver tongue kit. Dialogue +5, leadership +10. Let's put that in there. Geographical scanner. Interactable highlight range +5 meters. Yeah, okay. We don't have anything anywhere else, I don't think. And since I've done this, I may as well try and tinker it up. I want to see if we can get it. Oh, it gives it slightly more armor. I see. That is not helping all that much, and it's costing a fortune, but okay. So we need to go to the geothermal plant. Don't think... Do I have another mission, I believe, to go speak to Adelaide first. So let's go and do that one before I go and go to the geothermal plant and accidentally turn the power off to the place or something. 500 meters. Is there a fast travel point near there? Yes. Vale Community Centre is just up the road from there. There we go. That cut it down by like 300 meters. I think that's worthwhile, right? I should have upgraded my pistol. Oh well. Not that I'll ever use a damn thing. I have a habit of just picking one weapon and using it for an entire game. And I do like this rifle quite a lot. Even if it has a monstrously long, unnecessary scope. But aesthetically, it's very pleasing. Oh, here's the botanical lab.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Hey, you got a much nicer scope on your rifle.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What? I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
We've all got our problems. I just got shot into space. No, let's not say that. Trouble with marauders.
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
You could always go looking for her.
I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around in her room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. No, don't worry about it. I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
Questions
I'll tell
about
you what
Zoe.
I can.
Okay. We've
What
asked all
is
the
it?
questions. I'll leave you be. Let's go talk to Adelaide before I go and do more side quests. There's a lot of side. This is an amazing looking building. My god, look at that. Badass. Oh, it looks even goddamn better on the inside.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
I don't like this lady. She seems to be one of those, I'm nice, 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 and then she stabs you in the back. What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
She does have a point. But let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Doesn't make any sense though. This camp is undefended, and there's like 12 of you here. I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Potentially, don't get your hopes up. This is the nicer camp. I'll give them that. Look, they got trees and stuff everywhere.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to
Where's
follow me
Thomas?
around before he left the cannery.
Thomas. Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment. No, I'm just passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
It's never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? comes in a set of 3.
We found one of
If I had
those?
my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy.
I think I found
Should
that
find
one.
another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you
No
wanted.
kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Oh, I have 1 and 2. Part 1, found in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2, found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
Is ironical a
2 whole
word?
data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
We should go now. But where's the third one? I assume it's going to have marked it, maybe... Find engineer. Nope. Oh well, maybe I'll come across it. Let's see if we can find Zoe, I guess. Zoe's house is behind this place. Ah, who are you? Stephen?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
Ugh.
Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before she
Can't say I
disappeared?
recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey, I got time.
I'll see you around. What? Okay. Where's her room? If she wrote things down, there should be scraps of paper, right? There actually is scraps of paper. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat, bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organised. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2, Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Okay, that was apparently the one I was looking for, but let's read the other ones while we're here. Page number 12, so that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves, yes ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, but I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back at this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing a larceny. But you are committing theft. Page 18. Good news! I'm alive, starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out of the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an ether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbours, and run screaming to the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, does that sound right? Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligans? Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. So she went to go join the bandits, basically. Right. Let's go see if we can find her. I'm guessing the bandits that she's signed up with well, she may be hostile herself? I don't know. Potentially? I hope not. It'd be a real shame to have to shoot Zoe Chandler. Not too far away, though. I suppose I haven't walked through this way before. I thought I'd come across her, unless she only spawns once you've already got the mission. Or she's like hiding in a building or something. Oh no, there's a marauder. Couple of marauders. Well, they're definitely still hostile. Shh. Oh damn, making this shot's gonna suck. Yeet. There was definitely another one. Hello! Ah, there he is. Oh dear. This whole electric thing makes me feel a little bit bad. Not too bad, because they are marauders. But we definitely showed them who's... Oh, that's a good idea.
Whoever came out this far.
Oh, mine even. Landmine. Ooh, you know you're dead. Write down that gear so I can repair my own. Otherwise, we're going to walk straight into it. I'll take that and give it to... Yeah. Ow! Ow. Yeah, I didn't know what that was. These damnable landmines. Hello, Zoe. Friend. We're a friend. I'm slightly concussed, but I'm a friend.
What's that noise?
Here they come!
Ah!
We did it!
That wasn't so bad. Well, she looks like a badass.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe. Your people are looking for you.
What, you mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I've been sent here to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
What, surrounded by corpses? Persuade 15, you should go back, people are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stephen? You two are friends. Actually, he's planning to surprise you with an episode of your favorite serial.
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of The Masked Marketeer? Why didn't you say so?
I just did.
I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
I need you to clarify
great
something
at
to me.
clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, it must be my natural charisma.
Why did you leave the camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
I'll be back. Alright, well, we managed to sort that problem out. Let's go tell the lady whose name I have forgotten. The woman with a nice hat. She had a very charming hat. I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Online, and cowboy hats are a thing that I quite like right now. Something else is completely random that I've just thought of. I watched the Mandalorian, the new series from Disney. Star Wars. Obviously, because Mandalorians. Really good! Like, really, really good. It's like, I don't know, it's like Space Cowboys meets Star Wars. It's very cool. And if you haven't watched it, I thoroughly implore you to go and do it. But it is on Disney Plus. And I don't know, I'm not liking the fact that all of these streaming services are splitting off into their own things. It's kind of like Sky again. I talked to Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I'll be seeing you. Okay, so now I think it is down to just the geothermal plant. Yeah, divert power from the geothermal plant. But this seems like the perfect place for me to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. We'll do the main quest in the next episode, unless they're going to fire more side quests at me. Either way, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know anything in the comments. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you next time.